If you could draft one person from the Black Mun team to be a white person, who would it be?
I am insulted. I take that very personally.
You want me to
As perhaps the whitest person alive, I would like you to please choose me for that.
Well, you want to be
We gotta go.
Is everything okay?
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Mine is a terrible thing to waste. Terrible thing to waste.
Get Out. Were you nervous about this, directing this, like your first direct, and it's not necessarily a comedy? Was it nerves, or were you like, okay, I'm gonna do this and we're all in?
I was pretty psyched. I mean, this was a movie I didn't think was gonna get made. It was, I wrote my favorite movie that didn't exist, and it started as a writing exercise. Like, if they let me, what would I do? And I was like, you know what? There's no horror movie that deals with modern racism, and so when I was, met the producers that were that got it and were like, let's do it. That to me was just like, that just put more wind in my sails, and I was like, look, at the very least, I get a chance to make my favorite movie here, and it's up there. It's in my top 10.
Jordan absolutely hit it out of the park. I've never seen. Nobody could be a bigger fan of Jordan Peele before I got near being able to do this. He's directing. I could not love a performer more. For a director to pull this off, first time, low budget, a movie that is a horror movie, comedy, a thriller. It's actually about something. It's thought-provoking. This is a miracle, what he did.
So how long has this been going on, this thing? How long?
4 months.
4 months.
5 months, actually.
She's right. I'm wrong.
Attaboy. Better get used to saying that.
They said something like kind of racist in the script, and then you just sat there and just blinked at them in African American. It was like just so great. You're kind of doing it now. What was
That's funny. That's really funny.
Thank you.
That's how you process it. Yeah.
That's how you.
This is Nielsen and Elisa.
Hey, how you doing?
So, how handsome is he?
Are you handsome?
Okay.
Oh.
Not bad. Hey, Nielsen. So, is it true? Is it better?
Wow.
It's not. It's just go.
Yeah, it's all in the lips. That's really how you do
Like
it.
a tight smile.
It's kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Daniel's a star, and the one of the best things about him is like, he's so reactive. His style is like, just get me in the moment, get me in the emotional space, and get me in the moment, and he will do fill in the empty spaces with just beautiful choices and reactivity, and it was like I just struck gold with this guy.
When the trailer dropped for this, Twitter went crazy, Instagram went crazy. The buzz shot up tremendously. Yeah. Were you taking a look at it? How'd you react once the trailer dropped?
Yeah, I felt that. I try not to go too deep into like, the comments from anybody, because it just gets it can get too much noise. But I mean, I knew this was a risk. I knew this movie could hit people wrong. I knew black people might be upset about it. I knew white people might be upset about it. So I was just like, hey, if people come and see it, they'll enjoy it. But to my surprise, it feels like from the freshness of the trailer, people just got excited to get something new.
The most important thing to Jordan was just like that we all be very natural and in the moment. And so as long as our vibe, as long as I felt like it was us against the world and whatever was coming at us, we were working hard to try to maintain our bond in the midst of this maelstrom of white attention. It was like, that was our chief focus. So every scene between us just had to feel super, super grounded and just like checking in with each other. Like, is this weird? My phone's unplugged. And it's like, I don't know. Is that weird? So as long as that felt real, I think that was the most important thing. But there's about a 90-second period that we spent like a day working on.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's really satisfying to do arcs like that.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't say what
yeah.
the arcs are.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just really satisfying as performers to kind of like get characters that have a lot going on.
Has your views about the film changed? Because now we live in a different America than we did when you made the movie, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world now. Now we're like, oh my God, shit's real.
More people are aware that racism exists. You can't avoid it now. Now we've gone through a very a couple of years where the conversations, the tensions, the violence has become apparent, and in some ways it's a completely different world than when I wrote the movie, but the monster of racism is the same. That hasn't changed. That's been there. Yeah. The question is, how much have we been talking about it?
There's a thing on Twitter that every time someone says something suspect, we hold a race draft. Like, we trade people all the time. Mm-hmm. If you could draft one person from the Black Mun team to be a white person, who would it be?
Why would I make anyone black into a white person?
You just want, like, someone to be on the team. Like, who would I want Ellen. I would draft Ellen to be a black person.
I am insulted. I take that very personally. As perhaps the whitest person alive, I would like you to please choose me for that.
Well, you want to be
I would draft, if I can't, I feel like we badly need Ta-Nehisi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we really need some Ta-Nehisi. Or like Ava
That's a
DuVernay.
good one. That's a great one.
That's a great one. She's the blackest of blacks. That's the greatest black of all.
Intellectual black.
No, we need him.
That's
That's the kind of mind we need.
That's a good first pick.
Thank you.
Damn.
Second round, Ava DuVernay.
Oh,
and then we're good.
Oh, jeez.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Xilla bitch.